but okay, it is what it is. Good morning, everyone. If you watch this later on, I hope you have a fabulous day. I hope, you know, don't let them motherfuckers bother you. And live your best life. So anyway, gotta do some skincare. I'm actually like prepared this morning. So that's why I went live, because I'm prepared. Y'all see I still got this bump on my face. I know what I gotta do tonight though to get rid of it. I'm gonna need to go old school and put some toothpaste on it. And I know people be like, that don't really work. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. The toothpaste works. So let me put some toner on. I do know I have kind of over-dried my skin trying to deal with this thing. So we're going to put some toner on. We're going to put a little mist on because we need to mist the face. And I know I have not been coming on like I normally do. And I need to really get better on my community tab because I do like to post other things. So I got to get back to doing that. So I got to like give myself a schedule of things to do every day. That's what I have to do. But I'm really, like, I know what I'm wearing. I know what fragrance I'm wearing. I'm really kind of prepared today. So we're going to get this done. We're going to get this done, y'all. So, yeah, I need to put some, because I used Aztec, you know, that clay mask. And we talk, it's so funny because it's called Aztec Healing Mask. Hey, Alicia. And all it is a clay mask. It's a clay powder mask. And people be like, oh my God, you can get that stuff all over the place. Hey, Larita, how are you? How's my friend? Y'all still together? I hope y'all are. Because how's my friend? I ain't seen nothing because I ain't been around. But how's my friend? How y'all doing? How's the Reese still bloom? First off, how's that going? Let's talk business first. We'll have to talk privately. We'll have to talk privately. But I hope you're getting lots of gigs. Hope you're starting to get gigs. Hey, did you see I'm gonna be Larita. Did you see? I gotta put that up over here. I'm gonna be in Atlanta next week. Got a little meetup on November 3rd. So I posted up. Oh, his okay. Okay, I just want to make sure. So yeah. So let's talk about temptation and dealing with temptation. Is that what I called it? Dealing with temptation? I don't even know what I said. Um, okay, let's put some on these lips. Put some on these lips. It's not killing me. I've been using some good products. I have got to do a favorites video. I had not done one in forever. So, yeah. Mm. Okay. I'm gonna play with that one. Oh, I got it. Oh, okay, okay. I notice I'm like all over the place right now. Did that. Let's put on some vitamin C. Anyway, I am working on the whole, let's not just do it all, Louise. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to that back there, I am, where am I going to be? I'm going to be at the Lowe's. I'm going to post it up in the community tab because I got a little thing. The perfume haul going to be in town. I forgot to post that up, so I got to do that again over here. I'm gonna post it up on my Facebook page too. So anyway, so the thing is, life is all about temptations. Let's just be honest. We live in a world, that's what life is about. And it's how you manage your temptations that makes the difference. Temptations become addictions, right? So you have to kind of manage that part of it. Um, so, oh yeah, I'm the perfume hoe. I'm changing it up. I'm not going to change my name on here, but that's who I am, the perfume hoe. Classy, not trashy. Okay. So, anyway, so I'm saying that is because so often, uh, especially now, um, people want to, yeah, I'm the perfume hoe. And there's gonna and whole perfumery is coming. Just so y'all know, whole perfumery is coming. Which reminds me, I need to go and put that in. I need to do a change. Do that. Shut up for a bunch of minutes. Okay. Anyway, do that. Anyway, anyhow, anywho, let's talk. So yep, the perfume hoe. So, I think sometimes that we live in a world of temptation. And of course, we have our temptations that really we vibe with. Those are our temptations, right? I think the problem that we're having now. Oh, Lori's here. Lori, I'm sorry. Good morning, Lori. Hello, Lori. Hello, Lori. Good morning. So, I think the problem that people are having is that, yes, we live in a world of temptations. Yes, it's about managing your temptations, but everything does not become an addiction or a problem. I think that, I think that we have this space and buzzword that, times where people are trying to, we live in a shameful times, right? Everything is about shaming you for something. I mean, that's what people spend their time on, shaming you. And so one of the ways to shame you is to say, like, for instance, I have a lot of fragrances. Oh my God, you would have too many fragrances. You can never use those up in a lifetime. Oh my God, you have too many shoes. You can never wear all those shoes in a lifetime. Okay, and now, yes, it is conspicuous consumption. Yes, perhaps, perhaps I could not spend as much, but it makes me happy. Now, when it comes down to it, you have to manage those temptations though, because like, let's just be honest. I sit around looking at perfumes and seeing what's the new ones. And, oh my God, could I spend this money? Oh, and I will say this. One of the better things to do if you're trying to manage this, right, is to slow down on your visual consumption. And that even means me. But why I say that is because we get, FOMO is real, which is fear of missing out. Right? And so for me, I let me tell you something. I watch random people. I don't try to, like I said, I don't look at a lot of reviews and all that stuff because that could start that avalanche of need, right? Because I got enough going on in my head when it comes to the things I like. Now, here's the thing about me. When I get bored, I get bored. And so then I might be moving on to something new. Now, I don't think perfume is going to have me bored anytime soon, but because I got some plans for it. But, like makeup, I got bored with it. um, because it was so, I mean, it was oversaturation and everything. But you could be tempted by anything. I mean, I buy books. Now, I don't buy books. There was a time when I would go to a book sale and buy, bags full of books, right? Right. And so I think that people need to let go of first letting people shame them for things that give them some little joy, a little peace. I was telling my students that the one thing that the pandemic did for me really well was to get rid of some of that judgment about certain things, right? And what I mean by that is, there was a time when I would have been on Facebook talking shit about, things that people do. Now, I might talk shit with my friends, but I don't publicly shame people. Like, for instance, there was this thing going on in fragrance groups, right? Where people were doing this whole thing, posting up their pictures and saying, sent me, like, and a lot of them was trying to put up cute pictures. I don't blame what you gonna do, put up a fucking picture. But anyway, they put up pictures they sent me, and then people would try to send them and give them fragrances that they think they would like, that they see them, right? Hey, Coco. So somebody got in there and say, in this other group, and they are a YouTuber, and this honestly made me start going, yeah, I really don't like you. And so they came into this group and was like, if y'all ever do that sent me stuff in here, I'm gonna do this and this, because that's the stupidest. I mean, it was like this whole thing, like, no, it wasn't about anybody in particular, but it was just like this whole sent me thing, right? And I talk about people publicly, so let me stop talking about. Just be real. Y'all know I talk about people publicly. Let's just be honest. So I'm not gonna go there. But it was just like the whole vibe, like, that's just so goofy and blah blah blah. Now, let's be honest. It was in the heart of the pandemic. It was like when we were really just getting shut down. Let's say, we got shut down in March of 2020. This stuff was going on toward like May. When we was really like, our asses was stuck in the house, right? Now, at that point, I was like, damn, because I get it. Hey, I talk about folks. So, it was like, how can I say this? Okay, so what I said was to myself, I was like, wow, people are stuck in their homes. They're just trying to have some entertainment, something to do with themselves, because we've never experienced this before in our entire lives. This, this isolation, whether you're with people or not, you can't move around, you can't be social. I said, so this is a way of people being social. And I said I ain't gonna mess with people. Right, marinating funk. Yes, that was during I was marinating funk. But I'm saying is that let people have their joy and their fun. And so that's what the pandemic allowed me to understand better, is that leave people alone and let them have their joy and their fun, because life is so stressful. Life can change. Life can be all kinds of crazy shit, right? And so leave people alone in their joy and their fun. Like, for instance, you know, right? Exactly. So it's like, like for instance, when people be on Facebook doing the whole grits sugar versus salt and pepper on grits. We know where I stand on this. And I will make fun and have a good time, but I don't care. I'm not like, oh my God. I don't get that deep into it. But when people are doing it, I don't respond to it because I don't care and it's not something I'm into. But I also don't come down on their fun. It's like, that's so goofy, that's so stupid. I don't do that anymore. Now in my head, I'm probably like, oh, here they go with this bullshit again. But I don't come down on their joy or their fun. That's not something I'm gonna do. Because listen, the pandemic wore us out, and we are still recovering from it, and some of us have not recovered from it. So I give, they say give grace. I'm real graceful about that shit. Right? Yeah, exactly. And just like, for instance, when the people come on and tell me you need to stop cursing, people would like you more, they would watch you more. I don't give a fuck. And so why should you? That type of shit annoy. It's like, leave people alone. Leave people alone. Like, for instance, you will rarely see me be critical on someone's YouTube channel. I don't leave these critical comments. I'm gonna say something pleasant. Yo, yeah, I might be a little snarky here and there, but really, I don't do a lot of criticism on people's things. Now, I might say, oh, good video. Oh, okay, well, if you like this, you might like this. I might give some, whatever, but I don't get into people's things and start talking. Yeah, I don't do that. Not anymore. Not anymore. I think, and then I got a lot of shit going on in my life, so I'm not here to tell anybody how to live. Um, yeah. I guess it's courageous because I don't give a fuck. I ain't cared for a long ass time. But you know what? I think and this is real. This is just an honest statement. Um when my mother died when I was 27, hey Faith, that released me. Because she was the last person that I cared about their opinion of me. So things I wouldn't, I would try to keep, low for my mother. I didn't have to anymore. I didn't have to be nice to people because mama wanted me to be nice. That was the polite thing to do. Be nice to your family and shit like that. I didn't have to do any of that anymore. And that's what I told them. I did. I said, my mama dead. I ain't got to fuck with y'all no more. I said, I didn't say it like that, but that's what I said. I said, mama's dead. I don't have to do those things anymore. And so I think I was able to be released from the worry of shame. And there were some things that, of course, you don't, discuss or anything, but I really honestly went into this evolution of not giving a fuck right around then, 1995. So I'm well entrenched and not giving a fuck. I am well entrenched because I done had to check some of my family for some stupid shit. I had a cousin inbox me, Tweety, you shouldn't be putting that on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. I had to tell him, I said, I'm going to check my birth certificate because I could have swore you wasn't one of my motherfucking parents. And if you need to say that, write that down. Let me check my birth certificate. Because I could have swore your name wasn't listed as one of my motherfucking parents. Use that with abandon when people come at you. Feel free. Credit me for that one. So, dealing with temptation has got me to this point where I am, really looking at it and saying, do I need to do it now? See, because I'm not going to say, and you know what? That's what I try to tell my students. Think about how you react when people talk about you. And if you can't take that heat, shut your mouth. See, I can take heat. I don't care what people say about me. So if I talk shit, hey, come with me. Come at me. I don't care. But most are super sensitive. So most are super sensitive. So here we go. I knew I forgot this. I was supposed to take this with me to work because I want to keep this at my desk. So yeah. So with me, so what I'm saying with dealing with temptation, let me get back where I was. Dealing with temptation means for me that I am working on just slowing myself down, right? And that's with anything that's your temptation, whether it's I love to eat food, I love to go out to restaurants, whatever tempts you. No, just in general, whatever is your temptation. What I'm doing now for my personal temptations is really trying to be more aware of them. Being aware of them means that I can say, okay, do slow down, and then stopping myself and thinking about the priorities that I have before them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to see some stuff that you like, the temptation that you love to have, that you are into, and not think, and then just do it. Whether it's an action or an expenditure. But then you don't want to live in this space of regret for the things that you've been tempted by. See, I think that's the problem that so many people are having or are facing, that they need to understand that you got to sit back and prioritize. That way you don't have regrets for your expenditures. That way you don't feel like, oh my God, what have I done? And there's a fine line between temptation and addiction. And understand where you sit on that line. And then make those decisions accordingly. Now, if you are addicted to something, you might need to seek some help. Just being real, whatever it is, because see, we think of addictions of, right? See what I'm saying? Because you didn't need no damn lashes. And sometimes I have to do that because, and I'm trying to do better about that. Now, I might shift into other things for a while. But those are the things I'm like, damn, I haven't, like for instance, I honestly wasn't into my body care as much as I could have been. And taking care, I didn't even see 10 times the points. I see, that's a good one. You know what? And what I am, see, I'm one of these flowing temptation addiction people, right? Let me tell y'all what I used to have a real serious addiction to for a while was Altoids. You would not believe how much I spent on Altoids for a while. I love that burn in my mouth. I just love the feel of that burn, y'all. And so I used to carry Altoids with me all the time. And it wasn't like I was popping one or two. I was one and being okay. I'd be popping two. I could go through a 10 of Altoids in like 2 days. Because I would just be like popping like candy. It was my candy. Altoids were my candy. And I had to stop. I was like, girl, stop this. So I stopped. But see, with me, I understand that about myself. And so when I feel like I'm doing too much, I'll just stop myself. Full stop. We're done. For a while. And honestly, I haven't been into Altoids since. Right. And so that's one of the things. Okay, so let me start putting up my fragrance of the day. Let's talk fragrance of the day, and then we'll go back to temptation. All right. So I got a whole little thing I'm about to do. So we're going to start with Golden Ocean Purple. Because I find this to be a light amber. So it really pairs well with some of the ambers I have. So this has Bergamot Breeze, Vanilla Orchid, and Vanilla Amber, Golden Amber. So it's a really nice, pretty, lightweight amber. It's not too much, so it kind of like, plays with my amber. So I've been using the Golden Ocean Pearl quite a bit. So, yeah. It's a really slightly fruity, but really nice, lightweight amber. It's kind of got a little vanilla in it, but it's not too much. It's like something that I like to wear with stuff that has some amber in it, which is half the shit we wear now. Because it will amp up your amber a little bit, but it doesn't overwhelm and take over. That's what I found with it. So this is why I've been wearing it. Right, and see, that's the thing. So now there's a say. Oh, Faith, speaking of that, next week. The list I sent you going live next week. So And for me, temptation happens with good prices. You know what I'm saying? You know, one of the things that tempts us, let's just be honest, is a deal. If I'm getting a deal of some shit, baby. Yes, you have. Yes, you have, Coco, and then you speed it back up into the makeup, and that's okay. But I will say this: I think you haven't been quite as bad as we were in our heyday. So, you know, it's like, and even now, I'm trying to be a little slower and more pragmatic. So, like, what I was saying is that I'm really going to work on my wish list and be realistic with it and add all the things I want and try to stay a little more focused on those things. No, you know, not the way we used to buy. Listen, I got to make a goal in 2023, put my fucking makeup on. Because I think I've gone almost a whole, this is the least amount of makeup wear that I've had in years. I've barely worn makeup this year. I think this year has just been so tough and so overwhelming in so many ways for me that I just didn't get to it. Like, you know, y'all know, usually in the summertime, I'm doing, I'm putting on my makeup, we hanging out. I didn't do hardly any of that, but I did have a lot on my plate this summer. Um, you know, but I did have a lot on my plate this summer, and I'm being honest about it. And the times like now, I'm working on figuring out, which means I'm probably gonna have to get up a little bit earlier, is making sure that I do put on my makeup, even and like on a daily, just something. So I gotta step myself back into it again because I just feel like, dang, you know, I really haven't. Cause y'all know most summers we doing lives. I'm putting on makeup. We hanging out talking. I just really did not have a lot of time this summer. Um, Hopefully I will have more. I should. Oh no, I will have more time next summer. Yeah, I've been looking at palettes. Um, Honey, if you, Sabrina, girl, all you gotta do is just go. It's so long since I've done it on here. There's so much makeup on this channel. On this channel, um, in some ways, I think it will change. I think like just in the general, I'm a little more because y'all, the people who know, you know, I yeah, look on Coco's channel. We've done some things. Coco's put on stuff. Um, is I still love my brights and beautiful colors because that's why I want that Pat McGrath. But I think that I'm trying to find more things that are just vibing. You know, like now I said like for work, I just need to come up with a good, cute little vibe for work. You know, that I can just put on and get out the door some days. And I said that oh, put up a prayer. All right. Yeah, so it's like okay, so we did that. Now let's go to the next part of this layering thing I got going on. So I told y'all I got these oils, so I'm gonna use Skydive today because I'm trying to I'm using these oils now. Yeah, we do need to do our videos and everything. I ain't done a video with Jerry. I'm so off. I've been trying to reach out to him, but every time I want to reach out to him and say, let's do a live, my life gets wild. Like this week, I wanted to do one. Can't do it. I don't think. Because I got to do something today. Well, if I get some stuff, no, because they got us doing all this data analysis at my job. I have to make sure all my data analysis is done for interim testing. Let me tell you, I have IEPs to do. I got to do my stuff for school. I got to catch up by this week. It's a lot going on, and I'm just barely, listen, I'm just barely holding on some days. So this is Skydive. It has, it's like it's got a little amber, vanilla. It's got florals in it, kind of sweet. I'm just loving, a nice little You know, because everybody's talking about the oils. Neston paid everybody. And let me just say this. Can I please, and this is a terrible thing to say, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to need the creators that aren't getting paid by Nest to stop following the creators that are being paid by people. Y'all got to understand a talking point and not jump on the bandwagon because you're hearing about it and you want to be part of the cool crowd. And the reason why I'm saying that is because them Nest oils are overpriced. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't care how good you say they motherfuckers are. No. No. So anyway, I got the skydive. Kind of vanilla amber floral. It's very classic Middle Eastern vibe. So I'm putting that on. And I'm just being honest. It's like you can tell when they pumping that shit up too hard, when you hear too many of them come up around the same time, that they're being paid. And the problem is in the fragrance community, they ain't been hit by the FCC. Because the FCC, I told y'all about these. This thing's cost me $23. I'm about to put it on my I'm gonna put the link for this. So anyway, when you hear a bunch of creators talking about something, all of a sudden, and they sound similar, they're getting paid. Now the thing is, I think there's a cat outside. The FCC hasn't caught them up yet, like they did the beauty community, because they're not telling you that they're getting paid. See, they're supposed to be putting that in their description box, that, you know, they have to put the FCC disclaimer in there. Or is it FTC? I can't remember which one it is. Federal Communication. Yeah, they're supposed to be putting a disclaimer in their stuff saying that they are, some of this could be paid promotions. They're not. Eventually, see, luckily, they better watch out, because right now the drama channels ain't coming for the fragrance creators. If they ever come for them, they're going to hit them for that shit. They are, like they did the beauty community. Because, honey, they came for them. All right, so the fragrance of the day is Oud Orchid. So I have started not putting anything on my chest area. That's only if I'm going out with people, because, yeah. I will say my students be having some good compliments. I had on Rosendo Matu number 5 yesterday. And it was my last class of the day. My student was like, Miss Caillouet, you smell good. What is that? I was like, thank you, girl. Okay. Okay, so I got a couple of students that I gotta step them through what they're doing. I was just thinking about that out loud. So I gotta do something for some students of mine. So I'm wearing this. Now, I have not been no, right. Because listen, most of my compliments come from my students. Oh my God, Oud Orchid smells so good. And then what I'm going to do is when I put on my clothes, I'm going to layer a little cashmere glow on top of the Oud Orchid. And that's how I've been doing it. This has golden peach, lily petals, shimmering vanilla, and cashmere musk. Okay. So it's going to give me that peachy vibe, you know, a little peachy, ambery vibe. So all of this is going to be me today. Let me tell y'all. I have got my sister. I got to get somebody who works with me a Christmas present. This young guy who works with me. Now, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Okay. So at my job, listen, you got to take them compliments from them kids, because they are brutal. They'll tell you some shit about yourself. So my new room, because me and my co-teacher switched rooms, because I had a really large classroom, but when I do my self-contained classes, of course, I don't have that many students in there. And she, on the other hand, is the gen ed teacher. So she needed more space because she, some of her classes got 35 students, and her room was tight as hell. So we decided, like right before school started, to change rooms. So hold on, I'll be right back. So we decided to change rooms, right? And her old room is right by the front door. Now, because we have now gotten we now have a basically a metal a detector that all the kids have to go through. Hey, cousin. All the kids have to go, now they all have to go through the front door because they have to go through the detector, to make sure they ain't bringing in no weapons or whatever, contraband, and things like that. So my door is right there. So like I literally walk through the front door, just keep walking straight, and I'm in my door, right? So now everybody's there. Now the other thing is, I'm supposed to be at my door at 7:45 every morning, on your threshold, greeting students and everything, right? Well, sis be late sometimes. Sis can be late. I'm just saying. So there was one particular day I was real late because most days the kids go to advisory, which means I basically don't start my class till 8:25 because they normally go to their morning advisory. Well, this particular day, because it was on short days, they don't go to advisory first. They come straight to first period. So that means 8 o'clock. This particular day, I was really late. Now, mind you, I've been late a few times. Ain't nobody seen me. Now, the other thing is, we got one of the DOIs who I hadn't noticed, but now I have, is coming through the hallways checking us for this. Checking to see if we are at our thresholds in the morning. Does and sometimes periodically through the day. So I am very noticeable because I'm right by the front door. So anyway, the culture, which is pretty much, our, security, the people who handle the culture team, they're all there, right? Because they're checking the kids in because they got to watch the thing. They're watching that. And then when the kids are late, they have to, check them in late. There's a young guy who does this. He sits in this chair right by because there's a desk right by my door. Hi, it's all love. And so he normally sits in this chair right by my door, right? So one day I was real late. He didn't even see me come in. I was slipping so deep. He didn't even notice me. He was right by my door. I just rolled in real quick, right? So then another day I was super late. Like we was having this 8 o'clock. I didn't get to school till 7:57, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. No lies here. And when I came in, he was like, luckily this is my 12th grade class, to my self-contained, so they real cool. I was walking in trying to rush in. He was like, Miss Caillouet, I opened up your door, turned on your lights. They all good. I've been watching them. I was like, hey. So with that, no, this now we get to why he needs a really good gift. So now we have a system now. So I told him, I said, because now that I done caught on that this one of the DOIs is coming through every day, looking at this shit, I said, man, if it hits 7:45, I just need you. If you don't see me at the door, if you don't see my door, I said, hit my door, turn on that light for me. He was like, I got you. I was like, yeah, teamwork make the dream work. So now every day, in case I'm a little late, because I could have stepped away from my door. It's a, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I should be thresholded, but what if I had to go pee? What if I ran to get something? So therefore, I no longer look conspicuously dark when they walk through. And that's teamwork. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna give him for Christmas, because he getting a Christmas gift from me. So now that's our system now. If it's sitting around 7:45, Miss Caillouet, he don't see my door open, he know to hit that door, turn on the lights, so it look like I'm there. Teamwork. Got to do it. You know? And that's our little system. Don't nobody else know about it. Because I don't, because you know, motherfuckers always want to tell on you. I'll, this school is about telling on each other. And yes, they are bringing back that survey I told y'all about next year. Baby, baby, I'm just letting you know right now. I'm just letting you know that when they bring that survey back, and when I get mine, I am going to have the biggest meltdown. I am going to be so overwhelmed by it. I am going to go full Karen on their ass. I've got my white tears ready. Just know this is a plan. I already know. I am planning it right as we speak. I feel my white tears. I feel them. They are here. Just know. And y'all might have to witness some of it. Because I need visual evidence. I am feeling some PTSD. Just the thought of it is giving me trauma. It is. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Trust me. So I'm just saying, I feel anxiety just thinking about it. You heard it here. All right, y'all, let me go. So remember, let's think about how we're gonna keep our temptations at bay and enjoy them, but not let them overtake us. So we're working on our enjoyment of our temptations without letting them overtake us. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day.